Hi, I'm Brian Bogs with Coldwell Banker. Today we're going to talk about what every buyer should consider before buying their next home. Let's get started. So when a buyer is getting ready to start that home process, and this is a question I get all the time. What do I do? Where do I start? I don't know where to start. It's confusing, right? There's a lender. Do I go for a house first? Do I talk to a lender first? When do I meet a realtor? What kind of home do I need? Can I get a home? Should it be a condo? What are HOA dues? What are my taxes going to be? There's a million questions we all have, and every buyer has them, so don't worry. It's solvable. We can fix it. First thing, you want to start thinking about why you want to move. Is it because you want to be a homeowner? Maybe you're already a homeowner. You need a smaller house, a bigger house. Really evaluate what motivates you. What is the goal? What is the end goal in buying a new home? When I say new home, I mean condo, townhome, single family home, mobile home, whatever it is. What is your motivation? Why do you want to move? Why do you need to move? So we want to really have a clear understanding of that. You really want to understand that. The next thing is talk to a realtor. It's me. Talk to me. I'll answer your questions. I will guide you as to what you should do and why and what those next steps are. What we're likely going to talk about in that first conversation is what's out there. What is your motivation? What is your end goal? What do you want to do? Right? So we're going to have that strong conversation. I'm going to give you a list. We're going to start talking about the needs and the wants you want in a new home and you're looking for in that new home. We have needs, we have wants, and we have things we do not want, right? So must-haves, you're going to hear me say that a lot. What are my must-haves? So we really want to have a clear understanding of what it is. We want to write it down. Just as we write our goals down or our checklist or our grocery list, we want to write down that list of our must-haves. And it doesn't mean we can't take things off that list or add things to that list, but we want to have a good starting plan with it. The next thing we want to do is talk to a lender, right? It could be scary. You don't want to open up your financials to a lender. You don't want to be committed to say, now I have to buy a home or anything like that. But the right lender will guide you, help you, whether it's a FICO score help, whether it's balancing some things out, or just helping guide you through this process. The lending part can be tricky, right? They're going to use some lingo that you don't know and I don't even understand half the time. So it's having a lender that speaks your language, right? And you understand and they understand you. They know what your needs and wants are and they work with that. The best lenders out there will guide you. And what they'll do with you is say, look, you could afford X. It doesn't make sense. But if you want to spend, if you're payment sensitive and it's all about working with a payment, they can work around that and sort of back end it to figure out what you can afford and how much that house would be and what those HOA dues might be if there are any, and all those little factors. Maybe you're a veteran. You can do a VA loan, right? Maybe you're a doctor and there's some loan program out there for you. So that's why talking to a lender and having the understanding of that is imperative before you go out and seriously start searching or hunting for a new home. So you want to have that conversation with the lenders, then you can have a game plan and a benchmark of what you can afford, what those payments look like, how that's going to work in the payment structure for you, and what you need to do. Sometimes there's a checklist they may have for you on what to do to get ready to buy a home, what you'll need to do to get approved through that process. Because let's be honest, when we're making an offer and you're writing an offer and you walk into that home and you fall in love with it, you don't want to miss out on that home. You don't want to miss that opportunity because you haven't got pre-approved yet. Or you go back later and you realize, I can afford a lot more. I don't need this 1-bedroom place. I can get a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom place. Or vice versa. You look at that 3-bedroom because you think that's what I can afford and I can do it. and you talk to a lender and you realize, wow, the payments and everything there makes no sense. I don't want to go that high. I need to adjust it, and let's find a nice 2-bedroom house. So you want to know what they are ahead of time. Then we really want to look at what area, right, do you want to be in? Is it a school district? Is it close to work and a commute? Is it close to the beach? Is it close to the desert? What area is most desired by you, right? What do you really want to be at? What's your goal, right? We talk about goals. So what area do you want to be in? Next thing we're going to look at, really, is there a square footage, a bedroom and bathroom count, those kind of things that you need, right? If it's a family of 5, you're not going to look at a 2-bedroom, right? It just, even if that's all you can afford, you might say, I'm just going to keep renting because I can't afford I put my family in a 2-bedroom house, it won't fit. So you really want to look at those things as well. Bedroom, bathroom, square footage of the home. That's on our must-have wish list, that we'll call it, to put together. So we really want to start narrowing it down. So we call this like a reverse pyramid. Right now there's, over 5,000 homes available in Orange County. But then we start narrowing it down. Okay, I'm a under $1 million buyer, right? So then we look at under $1 million. Now, what is there? 2,000 homes available or something. So you keep narrowing that down. I need at least 3 bedrooms. That cuts off a section. I need at least 1,500 square feet. That cuts off more homes. So we really work sort of a reverse pyramid or that funnel to really figure out what is the most important homes, right? What's left for me that checks the boxes I'm looking for in the next place. One of the biggest things people miss out on is orientation. They don't think about, they'll think bedroom, square footage, pool or no pool. We'll get into pools or no pools later. But they start thinking about those things. What they don't look at a lot of times is orientation. Does my entertainment, where are all the windows facing? North, south, east, west. Those are the 4 directions, right? So I like south-facing backyards. If you're in a single-family home or a townhome and you have a patio space, I like to have as many windows south-facing. You're getting the most amount of light. I can't go in the sun. That's where I'm wearing a hat. These fluorescent lights will probably burn me. So, but we want to have sunlight. We love that natural light as much as possible. Bright home, happy home. So we're looking at those orientation things. Maybe it doesn't matter to you. Maybe it's just about getting in and buying. That's fine too, but you have to understand it because the next buyer, if you look to sell at some point, may care about that. So we're also always thinking about those resale possibilities. And then does the house need work, right? Do you want to fix the house up? Do you want a house completely remodeled? Do you just want it move-in ready? Are you okay with carpet and paint? How much does it cost to carpet and paint a house? I have those numbers, but I can give you a good idea. As we walk through a home, and we make that checklist, we talk to a lender, then we start doing that search together. We're sitting down, we're looking at, this is how many homes are available, give me those must-haves, let's narrow it down, right? Let's figure out the school district or the neighborhood that's most important to you. And then we're really kind of figuring out the rest of those details. And then it's just about getting in a car, separate cars, social distancing, of course, and seeing homes, driving through these neighborhoods, walking through homes to get a good understanding of what square footage gets me. 1,500 square foot single story feels a lot different than a 1,500 square foot 2-story. Where is that square footage distributed? It's not always as easy as it's this much square footage, that means the bedrooms are this big and the kitchen is this big, right? Sometimes we find a house with a really big kitchen and really small bedrooms, and you might think, I want a bigger bedroom or I need bigger guest rooms. I don't care about a big kitchen, or vice versa. So we want to know, and that's where we have to see. Sometimes pictures and all the virtual tours that are out there don't really show it the way we want it to be, right? It's hard to tell. Like I said, orientation, neighbors, drive through the neighborhood. If neighbors are out there, talk to them. Ask them what they like about the neighborhood. Ask them what they hate about the neighborhood. I'm sure they'll say something, right? So it's knowing that. It's a huge investment. Any way you slice it, it's a big investment. It's a big adventure. It's the best thing you can do in so many ways. I love being a homeowner. I love being a part of a neighborhood, being part of a community that way. And but it's a process. It's a big investment. So you want to make sure all those things, all those must-haves that's on your list are all checked. As many as you can. That's what we talk about continuously, is checking those boxes, right? Does this house check those boxes or not? And let's say a house is not on the market. We can't find it. You want that diamond in the rough, so to speak, the unicorn. Then we have to have a real conversation. Then we go back to history and say, hey, last year, 2 years, has any of those sold? No? What's the missing part? Is it price point? Is it square footage per price point? Is it neighborhood? What is it? So then we can tackle that issue. If it's just lack of inventory, I go find it for you, right? We know that search. I use my skills to go find that home before it hits the market. Find a seller that's not really thinking about selling yet. Maybe it's in the back of their mind. Maybe it's a year out, whatever it is. We go find that home for you, and we talk to them and see if they're interested in selling before they go live in a year or 2 years or whatever it might be. So that's really the process. That's how you begin your house hunting trip. Put together a list, must-haves. Talk to a realtor. Talk to me. Figure that out. I'll point you in a direction with a lender. Use Yelp, use Zillow if you like to help you with that process. Talk to friends and family if they have a great lender they've worked with on purchasing that can help guide, that speaks your language in a way that you understand, and that has patience to communicate with you when you have questions and don't know what a jumbo or all these different loan programs are and what they offer. Go through that, and let's go ahead and put that checklist together of those must-haves, those wants, and those definitely do not want. Like, I don't want to back to a busy street. Understand what those are, be willing to work with those, and then let's get out and start looking. Don't forget, orientation is important. It's hard to put that into an MLS or a Realtor.com or a Zillow. I want a south-facing backyard or something like that. Hard to find, but we can find that for you. That's something that I can do and help search. So if this video was helpful for you, hit the like button for me, comment below, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'd be great and super helpful and appreciative. Keep a lookout for more videos coming up on more things that you're looking for, you're thinking about, or you should know about when buying or selling a home. Thanks. Have a great day.